want to know how to clean your makeup brushes, right? Hey you guys, thank you so much for tuning into this video. If you're new here, my name is Tandy. You know how things go here. You click the title, so you already know what we're here to talk about. Let's not waste any more time and get right into it. How rude. Forgive me. So a few days ago, I had posted on Instagram this video in my stories. By the way, if you're not following me on Instagram, what are you waiting for? And some of you had said that you wanted a video on how do I clean my makeup brushes. So dun, 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 here it is. So yeah, I've collected a lot of makeup brushes over the years. Might be a borderline hoarder, but that's beside the point. I treat my brushes just like I treat my hair. I go through a two-step process: washing and conditioning. I just use Dawn soap, and I always use the blue one. I've used this same routine for years, and my brushes literally have lasted me years. And I actually invested in a tool to help me clean my brushes, and if you guys don't have one of these, you definitely need to get one. And the tool that I'm talking about is the brush egg. I actually got this from my local beauty supply store, so I think it cost maybe like $2 or $3. Not much at all, totally worth the $2 or $3. And I love this because it does have the grooves. You definitely want to use some kind of ridged surface to clean your brushes because it is going to help lather. Now you can always DIY this. If you guys would like a video on how to DIY your own brush cleaner thingy, I don't know what we would call this, but if there is a way that you can DIY something like this, if you know you're kind of a little bit pressed about the $2, $3, no judgment at all. We've all been there. We're here, you know. So if you want a video how to DIY something like this, just leave a comment down below and I would love to do that for you. I love that it has a little small section up here for like smaller, fine detailing brushes. This right here, this side, linear side, I'll say, right? I don't know if it's Mercury retrograde, but I'm seriously fumbling over my words. But again, it's probably because I'm having a Gemini moment and didn't write any of this out. So just bear with me. I'm kind of all over the place, but again, bear with me. So this part right here you would typically use for like your larger brushes, like face brushes, powder brushes. What I like to do is I try to conserve water as much as I can. I try to be as eco-friendly when I can be. I fill up a glass jar of water, that way I can dip my brush into there and get it nice and wet before I put the soap on it. I never put soap directly on my brushes. I always put it on this brush egg. I feel like you don't want to put soap directly onto the brush because it can like drip down and get stuck. I wouldn't say get stuck, but it can get trapped inside the brush hairs at like the base where all of the bristles are kind of like glued together. And I don't know, it's just something about that just makes me think that bacteria or something is gonna build up, or like mold or something. So I never apply any kind of soap directly onto the brushes. So then I just start to swirl it around on this brush egg, swirl, 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 until, you know, I lather it up, and then I'll dip it into the water to kind of rinse it and go back and forth between, you know, rinsing it and swirling it on here until I feel like the brush is good and clean. I do that with all of my brushes first. This is literally the first step. Remember I told you in the beginning of this video that it's 2 steps. Then next comes the conditioning part. Yeah, I actually invested in one of these, and I think I got this, I'm pretty sure I got this off of Amazon, and it was like maybe 20 bucks, I'd say. You attach this head and you stick the brush inside of this little hole here. You're supposed to be able to click this once for a slow rotation, and then you click it twice for a faster rotation. And the idea behind it is that it'll spin it around in a circular motion, and it's going to expel all of the air as well as, you know, mix into the water solution that you have inside of the bowl. It works when it wants to. See, now it's not even doing it. Like, I do still use the bowl, so I fill that little bowl up with a little bit of conditioner. Really any kind of hair conditioner works. I personally use Tresemme with argan oil. Don't know if that makes a difference, but my brushes do feel soft afterward. The reason why I condition the brush hairs is because just like your own personal hair on your head, you want to add back that moisture because using such harsh lathers, my brushes would feel super hard, and that does not feel good on the face. You want to make sure that you preserve the integrity of the brushes and keep them nice and soft. So that's where the conditioner comes in. I mix it around in the conditioner water, then I lay them out. Ideally, this would dry them. It used to, but it doesn't anymore. I have so many makeup brushes that now it's like I'm not that pressed to have this specific tool. When drying your brushes, you never want to dry your brushes facing up this way. Think about it, you guys. The water is going to seep all the way down here. All that water, you can breathe mold and bacteria. Like, it's just not a good look. So you always want to make sure that your brushes are laid flat for drying. Always remember that. That is like so important. It is quite a process. It can take me anywhere from 15-20 minutes to 2 hours. But at the end of the day, I know and I feel comfortable knowing that my brushes are clean. Usually I clean them at night before bed, and then when I wake up in the morning, they are clean and ready to use. I highly recommend cleaning your brushes once every 1 to 2 weeks. That way you can minimize the bacterial growth on the brushes. We're all human though, so sometimes I don't always clean my brushes the way that I need to, but I never use dirty brushes more than like a week. That's just not me. Of course, between clients, I always clean my brushes, but for my own personal brushes, I don't use them more than a week before I toss them in my dirty brush bin. And when I look at that dirty brush bin at the end of the week, I'm like, I probably should clean that. Yeah. Anyway, you guys, I hope you found this video helpful. If you did, go ahead and leave a thumbs up. Leave a comment down below if you have any other tips for cleaning your makeup brushes. Don't forget to subscribe and hit the notification bell so that you can be notified of my future uploads. Hope to see you guys in my next one.